Hey guys, right, thank you firstly for clicking on the video. I will today be showing you how to go through SKU Grid. This is my dashboard here, as you'll see. It's basically the best online inventory software available. It tracks all your items for you, whether you're using Amazon or eBay. It has repricing on here, so say you have an item that you want to make £10 on. What you do, you set up the formula so that it has the £10 margin in, and then that item will be automatically tracked and sold on your marketplace with the £10 margin on. And that's where I really feel it's a great program for this type of thing, especially for drop shipping stores. And all sort of e-commerce stores where you'd want to sell your items for the profit. You want to make sure that it's in stock, and yeah, that's why I think it's the best program out there. So what I'm going to do, I'm going to show you around the system, show you what it's got. It's changed quite a lot recently, so there's a lot more features that I think are available for suppliers and for people starting up their business online. This helps everyone get off to a great start and sets you in the right direction, really. So I wanted to show you quickly the supported suppliers, basically all the stores that support SKU, so that you can go onto any of these websites here and literally list their items on, say, your Amazon or eBay store. And what you do, you put that item into SKU and it would track the inventory, whether it goes in or out of stock. You can set up your repricing from here. But yeah, here is a quick look of everything or every store that they have. And as you can see, the list is rather long. This is just the US. It depends what type of store you want to do. What I'd probably personally do is work out a store that you want to do. So say you want to sell, I don't really know American, if I'm honest. I'm just going to pick a name. Let's go with Luggage Pros here. You'll see it probably sells suitcases and that type of thing, bags. So what you do, maybe contact that supplier and say, do you send invoices with your items? Then they should reply saying yes or no. If they do, then you can't really use them. If they don't, then that's great. You can probably start listing their items onto your store. So what you do from here, you go, so if we click on their store just quickly, see what it's like. Yeah, so yeah, it's luxury suitcases and bags and that type of thing. And then yeah, this is how you could get suppliers, really. So essentially you could use all these suppliers, just email, message them, say, do you send invoices, and just go through. And then this is how you build up your inventory, your suppliers, and that's how they build up the business, really. But yeah, as you can see, there are hundreds. I'm from the UK, so I use some of these. Can't say I use them all, and can't say I've emailed them all. So there's plenty of opportunity there for people to come in and try these suppliers. And just go through. But yeah, I just thought I'd show you the list, as you can see, and they cover many different countries. The list is always ever growing, so it's definitely something to take on board. UK stores and US are obviously the biggest at the moment, but like I said, they're constantly growing, constantly changing. So now I'm going to show you how simple it is to add an item on SKU. So say you found a supplier, you've listed the item on your Amazon eBay store, so now you need to add it onto SKU so that it can track your pricing and the stock on the website. So how you'd go, you just simply click on my items, and then it'll say add a single item, and then you want to go onto here. Your reference is going to be your ASIN number or your EAN number. Supplier link is the hyperlink, so say at the top. So if we went here and then briefcases, click on this item, and we would literally just take this one here, copy, paste, Now it's going to ask to fetch variation list. That would be, so say there's different colors, it would try and fetch the link from there. It's going to take a little while sometimes, it depends on the size of the website and how many variations there will be. But as you can see, you can split it up with that. There you go, it's brought in the variation. There's only black, so you just apply that and it goes in there. Your maximum days before dispatch a supplier, so that is to say the item on here takes 2 weeks to dispatch, and it says dispatched in 2 weeks. You could actually set it so that, say you had a maximum of 5 days, then you would change that at that. And if the item doesn't, say the item changes, so that from like 1 week it says it ships in 2 days, and then next week it ships in 14 days, or for some reason, then the item would go inactive on your website due to the fact that it says you've got your maximum days at 5 days. You want the update to, you want to update the info straight away. Now for compare to price, you want to have the price that you're listing your item at. So the price that's on your Amazon or eBay store, I'm just going to put in £70 there. Shipping for your eBay and Amazon is going to be 0 normally, so I'd leave that. But what you want to do here, you want to change this. So with Amazon and eBay, the fees are roughly, say, 18%. So what I do, or how I change it, you want to enter this. So you change in the percentage for your profit formula at 18%. It'll do that. It'll put in a formula for you, and then that'll calculate your total price. This will make more sense in a little bit. So your selling price, your selling marketplace. So these are all the stores that they actually they support. So you can have Amazon, eBay, Shopify, WooCommerce, Bonanza. I can't say I've heard of that one, but yeah. So we just go Amazon UK. You'd put your ASIN number there, so that would be what matches up to your Amazon store. Your default handling time is your supplier's dispatch time, so normally you want that around 2 to 4 days. As if the quicker the better they can send it, so that's why you want that as low as possible. You don't want pause repricing. That will keep your prices on your store at the same price. So say the item went up on here, went up to 190, then you want the items to change pricing, so that's why you don't want this to be paused. Default quantity, I have that around 5 for my store. It's just a case of how many items you want out on your store at a certain amount of time. So I know eBay has a certain amount of items that you can list at a certain time. So say you're new, you can only list, say, 1,000 items at the start. If you have default quantity at, say, 10, you're going to have a lot less items on your eBay store as if you're going to list, say, 5. Now this is the important bit, the selling price formula. So this is where you want to change the formulas to make your profit on your items. So say this one's £168. We will use this wizard and they override. So we will set that at the default. So you want to make, say you want to make a fixed margin of $10, then you're going to put 10 in there. If you want to make a fixed margin of, say it's 100 and say the item's $170, isn't it? So if we want to make a 10% margin, we'd make $17. You must include the PayPal and Amazon fees into this, so there's always going to be 18%. But say we wanted to make 10% margin, so you'd think, well, it's going to calculate it with the fees. So if you were happy with that, you'd estimate this. You'd enter the items, so it's 100. We're going to say 170. It'd estimate it that you want to. If you list your item on eBay or Amazon for 228, you will make your 10% margin. You don't need to include anything else unless you know the exact figures. If you want to include the shipping in the calculations, that always helps. And then you just go close and apply. and then you could just go update item, and then it would automatically be added to your store. It'd be added to SKU, and then it will start tracking your item, whether it goes in and out of stock, and it will repricing accordingly. Say the price fluctuates between 170, 190, it will constantly have that 10% margin, and then essentially you won't have sell an item that's out of stock, and you won't sell it at a loss. So now for the fun bit, the pricing. I know that's probably what most people care about. Now you can start with firstly a free trial. It goes for 14 days, I believe, just to test the product, which I think is always a good way of getting your head around it and making sure that it's going to fit your store. And then after that, you probably need to make a subscription to it to constantly update your items. So how it works is you get credits for each item that you put on there. Will probably take 2 or 3 credits per day. You can change the setup so that it checks your item every 8 hours, every 1 hour, every 3 hours. There's lots of variants, but every time an item is checked, it takes a credit. So say the item's on there to be checked every hour, it's going to take 24 credits per day. Then you say you have 10 items that are checked every single day, it's going to be 240 credits per day. So the items and the credits will add up. As the more you put on, the more credits you're going to need. Of course, you can change the time limits to check it every 8 hours, every 12 hours, every 24 hours. But in my own honesty, probably 8 to 6 hours is the right sort of idea to get it, because if people were checking online for an item and it goes out of stock on the website, you sort of want it to update on your site as soon as possible, because that's when the issues can occur where you're selling out of stock items. Now to start with, I started at the basics, the 250k credits per month. But like I said, as your store grows, you're going to need more credits. You're going to need to up your subscription. I think I'm now on the 850. It's per month. I think $90 UK pounds is around £70 per month. And I know that may sound a lot, but trust me, this saves you a lot of money with out of stock orders, selling items that are not selling for a profit or they sell for a loss. This takes all that problem away and just makes it a lot more of an automated system. Essentially, this is it, guys. I've showed you how to list it. I've showed you the pricing. This is the best software for an automated dropshipping store for your Amazon or eBay. I can definitely say that 100%. It saved me a lot of money. It's made me a lot of money. So honestly, check out SKU Grid. I've put a link in the description. Please do check it out. If you're looking to set up a dropshipping store, this is the way forward. This will save you time. This will make you money. And I promise you, you will not be let down. There are lots of other things I could probably show you through this video, but I've waffled on, had enough brain freezes and said 270 times. So thank you for watching. Appreciate it. Please subscribe for more videos like this, and I'll be showing you around my dropshipping store, how I use it, what systems I used, and I'm looking to test say money making videos online. You know, you see those videos like try this and you'll make £1,000 in a day and all that. I want to do a few case studies and test them out. So if you're interested in those type of videos, please do subscribe, like the video, leave a comment. Any feedback is useful feedback, as long as it's not insulting me too much. But yeah, thank you for your time, and bye.